Welcome to Kauai, a place to take gratuitous beach shots, sip something fruity with sand between your toes, or take long, arduous hikes, if that's more your thing.
Kauai is the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands, well, at least those that are still in existence. It's also known as the Garden Island because, as you can see behind me, everything is just beautiful and lush and green. Now, it's also home to the wettest spot on Earth, and before you make a terrible joke about that, I believe that it's pronounced Mount Wailua, and it gets 450 inches of rain per year. And if you're going to be going to any of the Hawaiian Islands, my favorite guidebooks that I found is part of the Revealed line. So this is what it looks like. This is the Kauai Revealed, the Ultimate Kauai Guidebook. I've used them for 3 of the Hawaiian Islands, and it really is one of the best guidebooks I've found for traveling anywhere.
One of the first things you might realize about Kauai, aside from the gorgeous scenery, is the abundance of roosters. Yeah, roosters. Along with the chickens, they're cock-a-doodle-doing all over the place. Supposedly, a severe hurricane in 1992 broke open all the coops, setting them free. They're now even a status symbol of the island, and you'll find rooster-centric swag all over the place. We stayed in the southern part of the island in Poipu. Along the shore, you'll find all sorts of pristine, fancy hotels, with grass that can rival a golf course and white, sandy beaches. Though I'm not staying at any of these beachside hotels, I can confirm that their amenities look fabulous and are definitely worth a stroll through. Waimea Canyon is a bit of a drive from Poipu and is absolutely worth it. You'll see plenty of Kauai's famous red dirt, which contrasts against the vibrant lush greens. Looking down into the canyon and taking in the sweeping vistas, it really does feel like you're in Jurassic Park, which is convenient since it was filmed here on the island. There's lots of places that you can stop along the way so you can take in the view from all sorts of angles. Of course, after a long day of driving around, it's nice to cool down with a bit of happy hour. Not that you really need an excuse. The persistent trade winds on the island will keep you cool for most of the day. That will make taking a photo with long hair particularly challenging. The struggle is real, guys. For happy hour, the Grand Hyatt in Poipu is definitely worth a look. The gardens are gorgeous and the pools are fantastic. You can also purchase a day pass if you want to spend longer than having a drink there, so you can lounge by the pool all day. Where Maui is famous for rainbows, Kauai is known for its abundance of waterfalls. Though most are tough to reach, Wailua Falls is really easy to get to since there's actually a road complete with parking and a viewpoint. From here, we continued our drive north. It's often rainy up this way, but if you catch it on a sunny day, you're in for what is the most spectacular scenery you'll ever see. It's easy to appreciate where the name Garden Island came from here, with the rich greenery covering every peak and valley. You'll definitely want to hop out of the car and check out some of the shore. White sandy beaches mixed with the black volcanic basalt rock in front of you and craggy sharp mountains covered in greenery behind you makes for 360 degrees of Kodak-worthy views. One beach we stopped at, which was a short 5-minute walk from the road, is Kahalahala Beach. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. It's really beautiful, and they had an amazing rocky outcropping, and it made for spectacular wave watching. As you continue your drive up the north coast, there's all sorts of treasures you can check out. Dry caves, wet caves, and of course, beaches. But my favorite beach was the carrot at the end of the line. KAUAI Beach is at the end of the road, and this is the furthest you can go on the island by car. It's also the starting point for the Kahalahala Trail, which is a stunning hike along the Nepali coast. The trail itself was a strenuous 11-mile hike, and you even need a permit to do the whole thing because you need to spend a few nights camping out there. You can also do a day hike, which is 2 miles long. Apparently it's also quite challenging. Since we got there later in the day, we did neither. Instead, we took a luxurious dip in the water at KAUAI Beach. From the water looking up the mountains, they seem to rise straight out of the ocean, and it's probably some of the most spectacular swimming on the island, and well deserved after a long drive. Because we missed out on the shorter hike the day before, we made up for it by hiking out to see Wailua Falls. There's 2 of them, and the first one is a pretty short fall with really fast-paced water, and the locals have turned it into a bit of a sport by jumping into it. And us tourists? Our sport is more just watching them do it and trying to catch them on camera as they do so. The second falls are a bit further along the trail. It's a little harder to get to because it can be a bit steep, and there's an obstacle bit where you have to climb down the rock face while holding onto a low-hanging tree. Most importantly, I didn't break a nail while doing it. Whereas the first falls are really condensed, the second one stretches out wide so you get lots of places to get some waterfall photo ops. Close to where we stayed in Poipu, there's the Spouting Horn blowhole, which apparently is one of the most photographed spots on the whole island. The surf is channeled into a lava tube, which is released as a water spout. It makes awkward breathy sounds, which apparently was the basis for a traditional Hawaiian legend. Well, our flight was scheduled to leave really late at night, and we had an early checkout, so the original plan was that we were going to store our bags at Kauai self-storage, and I believe it's like $6 a bag, so it's really inexpensive, and then that way we could continue to tour around the island. We were planning to freshen up before the flight using free showers at Lidgate Park. But Sam was just getting over a cold, and I was just getting it, so we ended up checking in for a day room at the Kauai Marriott Resort right near the airport. Even though we were only there for 6 hours, it was by far the nicest hotel I've ever stayed at, so I felt pretty fancy-schmancy even with the impending cold. If a circular pool surrounded by animal-shaped fountains and hot tubs doesn't perk you up, nothing will. If you've got just 1 week in Kauai like I did, you can see quite a bit, but I'm sure you'll learn that there's way more that you're going to want to come back and discover. If you've already been, let me know what you enjoyed most. Or if you're planning to go, what's on the list? I'd love to hear about it, so leave me a message in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with all other people that love to travel. I hope it inspired a bit of that aloha feeling. Mahalo for watching!